Your story. How did you get started in music? Where are you from, and what brought you to Atlanta?
All right, if anybody wants to go get a beer, now would be the time. And Simon, I've Googled you, and I've seen that record, man, that mug shot. I've got one too. Janet, you say you remember Miami Vice and all that? Hell, I remember Ozzie and Harriet. That's how old I am. No, my story is a little different than theirs because I'm not a musician, but not really talented at music at all. I didn't pick up a guitar until I was 19 years old. I heard a guy named Chris Christopherson, who is one of the great writers of all time. If you've never heard of him, you should go listen to him. It changed my life. And I picked up a guitar. He was not a great singer, and he wasn't a great guitar player, so I knew I had hope. And I went out and got his record and listened to it, and I got his song book, and I realized, hell, you can play every damn song he's got in 4 chords. And then I found out he was this Hank Williams fan, and I said, hell, I can play every Hank Williams song in 3 chords, so shit, I was on my way. And next thing you know, I'm writing songs, and I moved to Nashville and became a songwriter, and first I became a desk clerk. And then I ran a hot dog shop called the Saucy Dog. It's the sauce that makes the dog. And if I ever get another chance, there's one down in Brunswick called Willie's Wieners. And his motto is, we relish your buns. And that's my next journey. And, but anyway, after being a songwriter, I got fortunate enough after about 5 years to have a cut on a group named the Oak Ridge Boys, who at that particular time were huge. And it was a platinum record, and then had a few other songs recorded, and I'm still waiting tables with two top 10 songs with Manuel, because you know how that payment is, it's a little slow sometimes. And which was funny, because I waited on a lady. I'll tell you a little story real quick. I won't waste too much time, but when I started as a desk clerk, about 2 months into my job, this redhead comes in, and she's not the prettiest girl in the world, and I remember thinking, boy, I hope she can sing, because she didn't really have the look. Well, so I checked her in the hotel. About 7 years later, after I'd become, left my desk clerk job and become vice president of Saucy Dog, and then moved on to being a waiter at Houston's restaurant, there she was again. And this time the redhead had a few hit songs, and she was doing pretty damn well, and she looked a hell of a lot better then. I realized, shit, this damn woman can sing. And I told her when I pulled her rib plate away, I reminded her that I checked her into the hotel back the first time she played the Grand Ole Opry. Oh yeah, I remember it. She didn't know me from Adam's House Cat. She didn't know that. But 2 years after that, I had my first #1 record with her, and 2 years after that, I had my second #1, and probably 75% of the money I made in the music business was because of Reba McEntire. And damn, she looks really good now, I'm telling you. But I'm going to tell you real quick, the thing I tell my students is success in the music business or entertainment business is survival. And I've been able to survive as a songwriter. I moved over into the business side and worked with Chris Christopherson. I got to work with him, and I told him one time, I said, you're the reason I'm in the music business. He says, if you ever heard Chris Christopherson, he's got a real deep voice. He says, don't blame that shit on me. But I had a great run there, and just really met all my heroes, and that was great, because I worship songwriters. This guy right here I've known for 19 years, and he's one of my favorite writers ever. And then I got into education, I'm teaching at, started at the music business program at University of Georgia, and then we've been lucky enough to have Joel Katz bring us down here to Kennesaw State University, and I got some great students over here. Shout out for these guys. It's been a great move down here, and I got to reunite with a lot of my old buddies and met a lot of new buddies. Me and K.O. did a panel not too long ago, and it was awesome to see him. He's got a great book. If you're going to be selling that tonight? Good. So yeah, he's got a great book. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's a great story. Thank you for sharing.